Can almost hear that. Okay, it's not easy to make a presentation after Mark. I think his English is excellent. And he used to be a teacher, so. Okay. My name is Jonas Törnqvist. I work at the Swedish Transport Administration, and I will be presenting the site in Sweden. Wonderful. Okay, but first take a brief look at the region, Stockholm region. What you can see here on the map, below there, the whole region is not there. It's the Stockholm region. It has about 2 million inhabitants, and in the Stockholm, greater Stockholm, so to speak, there, yeah, it's about 1.5 million inhabitants, and the Stockholm city has about 800,000 inhabitants. And the site where the A is Arlanda Airport, and the distance from Stockholm City to Arlanda Airport is about 40 kilometers. And on the Arlanda Airport, the real site is the freight area, city cargo, where they handle the freights on the airport. And there are about 20 companies at the site and about 650 employees. In a few years, it will be about 1,000 employees, I think. Okay, that was the site. Let's take a look at on the challenges, because there are quite a few challenges on the site. What you can see here is we made a GIS plotting. You understand what I mean? Ah, sorry.
I've done it for you. I did it for you.
Okay, I want to do it by myself. So, okay. Thanks, Lisa. Okay. Well, the challenges, as you can see here, we made a GIS plotting of the workers' home addresses. And you can see in the middle there you have the Cargo City Airport, Arlanda Airport. And quite a few of them live actually in the two cities nearby the airport, Sigtuna and Märsta. And in the north we have Uppsala, that's another region than the Stockholm. And in the south you can see many dots, that's the Stockholm inner city and just north of the inner city. And we saw that about the average journey to work is 30 kilometers one way. That's a really big challenge. They live far away from the airport. It's a big challenge for us. And of course, it's a freight area, so they're shift workers. That's also a big challenge. I have never been working with shift personnel before. Always persons like me who sit on an office and work 7 to 5 or something. Okay. This picture explains that there are several modes of transport to reach the airport. There are commuter trains, and there are from Stockholm, and there are buses from Uppsala, and there are what's it called, express train from Stockholm City. It takes about 20 minutes, and there are also airport coaches. It takes about 40 minutes. And there are long distance trains, yeah, that's right. And the Cargo City area is located about 2 kilometers from the terminals, and there are buses reaching the Cargo City area, but not so many as to the terminals, of course. But our problem is not there's a lack of supply of buses. There are great bus lines to the site. The problem is, of course, that they're going by their own car too often. All right. You're not supposed to read this picture. It's just a terrible letter we had to write to Loughborough or EU, explaining the problems and why we were so delayed in the project. But our problem was mainly about the persons involved in the project and the persons from Swedavia, from Arlanda Airport. I just make a short explanation of the problems. At the starting meeting, the person number 1, who we never met, was immediately replaced by person number 2, who at the start meeting said, I'm not going to be in the project. So she was replaced with person number 3, and for 1 year I can say he never understand anything. And then he was replaced with person number 4, and he's still there, and we like him a lot. So now the persons are now fine at this point. So that's the problems, in short. We also have a problem with who is helping who. Are we helping the Arlanda Airport with their problems, or are they helping us with our project? You understand? Because it's their emissions we're helping them with. So, okay. This wonderful picture. Oh, this is a boring picture. I want to talk about that. Lisa couldn't take it away, so I have to. Just okay. As I said, the Transport Administration, we have the overall responsibility for the project. And Swedavia, that's the airport. They are responsible for the contacts with the companies at the cargo city. And we have two public transport companies, SL from Stockholm, that come from the south, and we have UL, Uppsala, from the north, because many persons live in the north. And of course we have the local municipality, Sigtuna. And their responsibility is, for example, winter maintenance of the cycle paths and the other roads to reach the airport. Is it okay? Okay, so there it is. Okay, wonderful. This is the steering group, the members of the steering group, and the person sitting there in the middle, that's the person from the Swedavia, the person who we like very much, who saved the project for us. His name is Roland. He's a really experienced person who worked on airports for maybe 25, 30 years, and also been the manager of a smaller airport. And the guy to the left is not a mafioso. He's actually a person from the public transport Stockholm. He's here somewhere in the building. And the Iron Man in the below, that's me. And the lady up to the right is from the public transport of Uppsala. And you can see that she's very useful with the contacts with the companies. And we didn't find any pictures of the municipality, but they are still there. Okay. Now we'll have to do this because this picture for me. Is it okay? Finally, that you don't see. Okay. Conclusions. 4 really big conclusions. We saw that roles and responsibilities needs to be clearly defined when entering the project, because it wasn't clear from the beginning who is helping who, as I said. And the shared leadership could easily end up in a new leadership. Happens always if it is like this. And the project champions are important, and then we mean persons like the committed Roland from Swedavia. Without him, we have failed, totally failed. And the companies at Cargo City needs to be involved as soon as possible to avoid the feeling of things happening above their heads, because that was their feeling. I think it took almost a year before we actually contacted them for real, because of the problems with the persons involved in Swedavia. All right. Now look at the brightest brain in the project. Did I forget anything? Not so much. Okay. Okay. Thanks.